everybody's doing alright today. Today I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this text effect. It's adding multiple animations. I think it's a pretty cool effect. You got two animations going at once. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool, and I've been getting asked by a few people how to add multiple animations. So I think I did a tutorial. Well, actually, the banner tutorials are multiple animations, but they wanted to know how to add, multiple GIFs or, whatever you want to call them into an animation. So I thought I'd do this. The smiley face guys kind of don't go with these, but it does the purpose. And you got this effect too. So okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and go up to File, New, and we're going to open a new document. I'm doing a width of 640 and a height of 400 with a 500 resolution. Press OK. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a texture in. So you're going to go Control Alt O, and we are going to, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up this texture, and all you got to do is, if you want to open up pictures from your files, just grab it and drag it in there into the file. Okay, or double click and it opens up in Paint. I didn't mean to do that, sorry. And just drop it in there and it'll automatically load up in there. And we're going to go ahead and hit the minus key on the keyboard and zoom out just a little bit, and go up here and hit your scale tool and click on it, and we're just going to go ahead and scale this down a little bit. Let's see where, okay, there's the document, and we're going to scale it down to about right there. Hit scale, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom back in, pressing shift and the plus key on your keyboard. Too much. And now I'm going to hit the M key on my keyboard for the move tool. You can also go up here and press it, and I'm going to move this to somewhere how I like it, and maybe scale it in just a little bit more. And hit scale, and there we go, that's better. And move it around just like that. There we go. That looks pretty nice. And then I'm going to go up here and go to Tools and the GEGL operation. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to hit that. Scroll all the way down to where it says Vignette. And I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, bring the radius down a little bit. Too much, about right there, 1.35, and the softness, we'll go ahead and put it up to about 0.83, and that's it. Press OK, and now you got a vignette effect on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up another image. We're going to go Control Alt O again, and we're going to open up a glass effect, or a glass image, sorry. And I'm going to go ahead and just grab my move tool and place it where I want it. We'll say, I don't know, about right there. And then we're going to go up here to the layer mode, and we're going to go ahead and put it on screen. That way we just get the texture of that previous background texture that we put in there, the metal texture. And then we're going to go up and grab our text tool and click on your document, and I'm just going to type out Gimp and hit my move tool again, and I'm going to make sure that you have your color on white, and go ahead and just center it in here. And the font that I'm using is called American Captain, and I think I found it on urbanfont.com, and I will try to leave a link in the description. It was either that or defont.com, and I'm using a size of 305 with the color white, and the spacing is just fine. You can move it if you want to. And we're going to go up here and we're going to right click and we're going to go alpha to selection. That way it selects our text, and then we're going to go to filter, alpha to logo, and then we're going to click on frosty, and all that's fine, and just hit OK. And now it's going to have this weird looking sparkling effect. We don't need that and don't want it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about as soon as the filter finishes. And there we go, you see that sparkling? We don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete this. Just grab it. Well, my screen capture's on, so it won't let me do that. So we're going to hit the trash can, then click on that, the next layer, trash that one, and then the shadow, we're going to trash that, and then this black background right here, we're going to trash that also. And then that way you have that. I just wanted to do that so we could have this effect right here, and it gives kind of like a blue tint off on the outside of it, and we could have done that without using that, but that was just a simple way to do that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to duplicate this layer now, and we're going to go up to filters again, and then alpha to logo again, and then we're going to go down to neon. And this is all default except for the glow color. I changed it to more of a blue greenish color, and just hit OK. And we're going to go ahead and delete the background, and then we're going to grab the neon glow one, and we're going to move it below this, so this white text layer is going to be in the middle, and that one stays up top just like that. And we're going to go ahead and we will merge this down so it's on that glow layer. And we're going to go ahead and something I forgot to do. We're going to go to the smash glass right here, click on it, and I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click on curves. Now if you don't have this stuff up here, you'll want to go to edit, preferences, and you'll want to go to your toolbox, and you'll want to go down and you want to find it, and here's curves. You could turn all these on if you want. Most of yours, when you install Gimp, this stuff's not on there, the eyeballs are off. You just turn the eyeballs on and hit OK. Everything that you add, like say fonts or filters or anything, brushes, anything like that, even if you add them while Gimp's turned on, they won't show up. So you have to shut Gimp down and then restart it, and then they'll be in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on my curves layer, and then just click on the document, and then we're going to go up here where it says channel, and we're going to go and click on that drop down, and we're going to go to the blue channel, and we're just going to go ahead and grab this, and we're going to drag it down, and you see how it was turning. See how that used to be blue, used to be that color. We're going to drag it down and we're going to turn it green. That way it's got kind of like a reflection off of the green, and then press OK. And then we're also going to go to filter, blur, gaussian blur, and we're going to do a 1 pixel blur on here, and just hit OK. And then we could just go ahead and click merge down, and then merge that down, and then we got our 3 layers here, and we'll click on the top layer, and then we'll just go to filters, alpha to logo, or sorry, animation, and we'll go to blend, and all this is fine. I think the default is 3 frames. I put it on 10 frames with loop checked, and press OK. And here it goes. It opened up in a new document. Now we're going to go to filter and then animation. I'll show you the animation. Pretty simple, cool looking animation. Now that looks pretty cool right there if you ask me, but we're trying to add multiple animations in here. So we're going to go ahead and click on the top layer and then go back, Control Alt O, and then we're going to go through here and let's see, find the one that we want. I think it's this one right here, and it's going to open it as layers. Yep, that's the one I wanted. Okay, so now what we want to do is grab our move tool. Now see, now if I try to move this, it's going to move just one frame, and we don't want that because that's going to be all messed up and it's going to make it look bad. So what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and link all these layers together, and all that does is just link them all together, and then that way when we move it, I'll show you here in a second when they're all linked, but that way when we move it, we move all the layers, not just one. And on any animation, GIF, whatever you add to your animations, you're always, if you want to move them, you always want to link them. And then that way, now when I move them, I move the whole thing. And I know this smiley guy don't go with this animation, but I'm sorry, I'm kind of in a hurry today, so I just wanted to show you how to do this. So, and this works with any animation, GIF, whatever. Now when you, most of the time when you add animations to another animation, you most of the time want, well, 95% of the time you want one of them, or if you're adding multiple of them, you know, 2, 3, 4 of them, you want them to be all transparent layers, which transparency means there's no background, there's nothing beyond, you know. So then that way you could add multiple animations, and then because you want to keep this, the background and stuff that you made, because if this was a solid background, of course, being solid, it's going to cover up everything else, and that's not what we want. And so what I'm going to do here is we're going to take the transparent layer, and since it's transparency, we want to add the transparency to the solid background because there's nothing there. So that's what we want. We don't want to take the solid background and add it to the transparent layer because it's just going to fill it in, and then it's going to fill in the smiley guy. We don't want that. So we're going to grab the first layer here, and we're going to move it all the way down to the very top of the very first frame. So the top frame, just like that. And this can get kind of repetitious. I'm going to move it over here so I can see the frames. Just like that. We want to just add them to the top of these. I'm just going to go through here and add these. And most of the time when you add animations, you want to try to stay around the same frames as the main animation you're trying to show off, because it could get a little bit complicated and a little bit difficult if you don't do that. And which I'm going to show you two demonstrations, this one and the next one that I'm going to show you to do, because this one and the next one, they don't have the same frames as this main animation. So I want to show you sort of kind of how you could fix that. If there's less, you want to duplicate them and try to blend them in, which, like I said, I'll show you here in a minute. As soon as I get all these where they're supposed to go. And I would pause it, and so that way you guys don't have to watch all of this. But for some reason, I tried this just a little bit ago, and when I paused it, it totally took the video away and everything. I think I need to get a different screen capture program, because this one irritates me. So that's the reason why it's here and you're having to watch all this, and I do apologize. But like I said, we're just going through here, adding these all on top, because you want them on top, because when we go to merge them down, you know, it's easy. It's just merge down, so it's going to merge down to there. But anyways, so see here we are 2 frames short. So we could go ahead and duplicate this one and then duplicate this one if we wanted to, or go down and duplicate the first 2, these first 2 if we wanted to. So just duplicate and then drag it all the way up to the top. Well, not to the very top, but you know, the next one that needs one above it. And then go down to the second frame and duplicate that one and then put that one on the very top. And that might work out a little bit. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's not do that. Let's go ahead and delete that, and then we'll just go ahead and duplicate the first one again and drag that all the way to the top. Maybe that'll blend in a little bit better. And so we're going to go all the way back down to the bottom here, and we're going to go ahead and right click, merge down. Right click, merge down. Go up to the next one, right click, merge down. And like I said, see now why I wanted the transparent on top, because we're merging the transparency into the solid background. So, and the only solid that's in that transparent layer is this. So, and everything, all the rest of the transparency here in the layer is going to get filled in with this background, and that's what we want. So right click, merge down. Right click, merge down. We want to go all the way through here and merge them all down. Just like this. Trying to hurry. Okay, there we go. We have them all merged down. Everything's merged. Let's see how it looks. Filters, animation, playback. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. So now it's going to optimize it for a GIF, which is fine because it kind of makes the file size smaller and everything. You see it just optimized. See all the layers here. So which is fine. Which, like I said, it makes the file size smaller. So we'll just go to animation and playback, and we'll play that back. And for some reason, I didn't look in that before I merged them down, but there is a blank layer somewhere in there that should be deleted. But anyways, that's what it looks like, and that's adding to multiple animations. And like I said, the smiley guy don't go well, and I missed something, and I apologize for that, or else it would have been a smooth animation. Trying to see what it is. Oh, I see what it is now. But anyways, that's what it looks like, and that's adding multiple animations. And let's go ahead and we're going to close out of that one, and we will go back over here, and like I said, it made a new close the rest of these out. It made a new document when we did the first animation, so we will have these text layers still over here. What you want to do for the next effect is, if you watch the other tutorial, it only needs 2 layers, so we just go ahead and merge the middle one down to the background layer and click on the top again and go up to filter, animation, burn in, and I'm leaving everything at default here. You can mess with this and do whatever you want pretty much, basically, and just click OK. And I'm going to go down here because this adds two layers that I don't like. This solid white one, I hate that. And then we're going to go back and we're going to delete this one too. So this is what the animation looks like. It just adds it's kind of like, you know, drawing on that glow effect. And like I said, I had a couple tutorials on both these that go in more details on them. I just, like I said, for demonstration purposes, I went ahead and did this. And we're going to go ahead and go back up to the top here and click on that one, and then we're going to go Control-Alt-O again to open up another file. Let me find it here. Which one is it? This one right here. Go ahead and open. And this is another smiley face guy. And like I said before, you always want to make sure that you link all the other animations that you come in. Now, since we only have one animation that we're adding, we only need to link this one. Now, if you add multiple, what you want to do is just go ahead and link these layers, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's see. Where's that one? Like, say if I added that one back in there, see, that one's added on there, but we only want to link the first set of these first, and then that way, oops, make sure you're clicked on the last layer right here, and we want to make sure that we just move this guy out of the way, just like that. And so this guy's out of the way, and then now you need to go and unlink all these, you know, and then go back and link the rest of those guys to move this guy out of the way. So let's go back here, and I just press Control Z to undo everything, and we'll just put this guy somewhere, like, I don't know, right there. And it's the same concept as before. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to add the transparency layers above these. Okay, now the reason why I wanted to do this example too is because this one was short too. We don't have enough layers on this one either. So we could go ahead and duplicate the first few, or we can duplicate the last few. It just depends on you. I'll go ahead and duplicate the first couple that we need, and we'll just go up here and we'll add it frames we need. So that was the background, right? Yeah, that was the background, and we'll go ahead to frame 2 and move that back down because we need to duplicate it. Sorry about that. Duplicate it first and then move it. And then go down to frame 3 and duplicate that one, and then move that one. And don't get worried if you don't see the guy anymore when you add any of them, any extra animation to the document. They'll still show up in your file, or I mean in your finished animation if you can't see them. It's just because they're below the rest of these layers. Duplicate, then all the way to the top. And then the same concept. This is what we want to do. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and turn these layers back on, because it does this from time to time. Just make sure you turn these layers back on. That way you can merge it down. Go through and turn them. Oh my goodness, I was linking them. My bad. Turn them on, I meant. There we go. Now merge them down. Merge down. Merge down. I'll go ahead and unlink these. Sorry guys, my mess up. But it wouldn't be fun if you didn't mess up. Alrighty, and then go ahead and right click, merge down. Merge down. Merge down. Merge down. Just go all the way through the document, merge them down like we did in the previous one. And for some reason, let's see here. Control Z. What is going on here? Let's see. Make sure you hit merge down. I apologize for this. There is something going on here. There we go. Got it this time. For some reason, when I merged one of them down, there wasn't nothing showing up. And then we just want to go to filter, animation, playback, of course. And see, there is something missing. Right there. That's the reason why. We forgot to turn one on. Okie dokie. There we go. Now we'll turn him on. Let's try this again. Just like I said, make sure you be careful with what you're doing. You mess up there like I just did. I apologize. And there we go. And there's your animation. And that's adding multiple animation. Well, not multiple, but a couple. You got one animation here and one here. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Like I said, sorry I messed up a couple times there, and I'm sorry it took so long. I also started a new website, and I will leave a link in the description. I'd appreciate it if you'd go over there and check it out, because in the future that is where I'm going to have all my links at, and for the download of the files and everything else. So I appreciate you looking at it. If you like the video, please like, subscribe if you